Hi everyone, Stefan here. I just got another training game in and I hope to do better because the last one was simply embarrassing. I could have taken a pawn very early on in the game, but I didn't, and I was afraid to take it. You can watch the game. I just got crushed. Okay, knight f6. I'm gonna go c4. Let's see what my opponent does. I'll just try to do better and not blunder anything simple like I did last time. Okay, my opponent wants a Queen's Indian slash Nimzo probably game. So if e6, should I go a3? So knight f3, e6, a3 could be kind of good. I'll just go knight f3 for now. We're in the normal Queen's Indian territory after e6. And I'm thinking if I go a3 and he goes bishop e7, that's not as active for black. I don't think I want to allow bishop b4. But is it too big of a time waste to go a3? a3, bishop e7. Do I go e3, bishop d3? And then continue, or do I go bishop g5? I don't really want to go bishop g5. Okay, I'll go a3 for now. I like preventing Nimzo players from playing bishop b4. I don't think there's a big downside to this. Okay, d5, no, e3 seems very normal. Although I could go bishop f4. So what's my idea if I go e3? If I go e3, bishop e7, bishop e2, castles, castles. He probably goes knight d7, I think. Then I could consider b4. He's probably gonna go c5, so I should consider playing b4 immediately after e3. Although he could go c5 as soon as I go e3. So e3, c5, cd, probably knight d. Okay, I'm gonna go e3. Last game I was down on the clock a lot and I need to play quicker. I'm down almost more than a minute already. The game hasn't even started. Okay, he didn't play c5, so should I go b4? So b4, c5, bc, bc. Nah, I'm not so sure. Okay, just bishop e2 for now, and I'm gonna think about c5 when he plays it. On c5 I probably go cd5. I'm not afraid to play an IQP if it gets to that. c5 now, probably. I'm not sure what else he could play. Okay, dc. Okay, dc, bishop c, c5, seems okay. Bishop c4, he doesn't have e5. Okay, I'm just gonna recapture. He wants to go c5 next. So do I want to go b4? So b4, c5, b takes, d takes, knight takes, leaves him. Ah, no. I mean, it's gonna be symmetrical if I go b4, but I'm not sure I should allow c5 without b4. Maybe I should go queen c2 and just prepare for c5. Although, if I go d5 on c5, so c5, d5 takes, no? I like my bishops pointing at his king. I'm gonna go b4. He has to play c5, I think. I was thinking about queen c2, but bishop f3, gf3. Okay. I'm not too afraid of that because now I could consider going b5. b5, c5. Takes, pawn takes. I could also consider queen b3, but then my rook hangs, so I cannot do that. So like b5. b5, yeah, I'm gonna go b5. He still has a hard time moving the c-pawn. If he goes c6, okay, that makes sense. I was thinking queen b3 here, just to defend my bishop, or queen e2, preparing e4. Queen b3 comes with an added threat of bishop e6 in many positions, in conjunction with knight g5. Both defended the d1 square. Queen e2 seems better. I want to keep defending my knight on f3, so if c6 and takes, I can take with the knight. Okay, he plays c5. My bishop isn't hanging. My knight isn't gonna be hanging after bishop b2. The question is, should I take en passant or not? So if I go bishop b2, cd, ed, seems nice. Not giving away the c5 square. Yeah, bishop b2 seems okay. I like my bishops on b2 and c4. Next I want to go rook c1, rook d1. Maybe knight e5. And maybe if he takes, I could sack on e6 after rook e1. I mean, okay, bishop f3. I have to take gf3. But I'm not too concerned about that now. I think his king is about to open up. And if he ever plays queen c7 after cd, ed, then I could just consider bishop a2 or bishop e6. Because the bishop on e7 is hanging, and after rook f7, I don't really have a good follow-up. So probably bishop a2. Okay, bishop a2, bishop e6 I don't think works. Bishop e6, f6, queen e6 check, rook f7. Oh, rook f7, knight d5. Bishop e6, f6, queen e6. Rook f7, knight d5, knight d5. Ah, he has knight d5. I don't like that. Bishop e6, f6, queen e6, rook f7. No, no, no. I have to go bishop a2, unfortunately. It doesn't work. Next I'm gonna go rook c1. And the queen's gonna have to move. If he plays queen d6, I go rook d1. If queen f4, I think king g1 is okay. If knight h5, okay. I kind of like king g2, but then knight h5. I underestimated bishop h2 check. So if rook ac1, bishop h2, king h1, queen f4, that doesn't work. If king g2, knight h5, how can I defend the f4 square? I don't see a way to defend. I'm trying to prevent knight h5. So if I go f4, bishop f4, king g2, bishop h2, rook h1, he has queen f4. I don't know if that's scary or not. So maybe I should just go h3. The problem is that he always has access to f4. Okay, I'm not gonna give up a pawn. I don't see anything better. So if knight h5, I can always try to go f4, and on knight f4, queen g4. I'm actually very happy to see this move. So now I think I have time for rook c1. Yeah, okay, rook c1, getting more pieces into play. I think he should have played knight h5. Because now knight h5 has been prevented. I have knight d5 or knight e4. This is a very complex position, and I'm down 7 minutes. I mean, where can the queen go? He could probably go queen d8 with the idea of coming to h4 if I try to exchange knights. I don't know, if I were him I would be thinking about queen d8. Rook e8 I don't think works, because I can take on e8 with check if rook e8, knight d5, ed, queen e8, knight e8 or rook e8 and rook c7. Also if the rook moves there may be some bishop f7 tricks. Yeah, I think e5 was too slow from him. Queen b7, okay. Okay, so knight e4, knight e4, f e4, rook e8, I have d5. If ed, bishop d, rook e8, maybe I have f3. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna go knight e4. I need to open up my bishop and threaten stuff on e5, and also open up the d1 h5 diagonal for my queen if I can, to make sure I'm controlling the h5 square. For the moment knight h5 isn't possible because of knight d6. And there may be some interesting infiltrations on the c6 square as well. If he trades once, for some reason, then I would have rook c6. And next I think I have to be thinking about playing king h1 or king g2. King g2 seems incredibly scary because of knight h5, f4. I mean, yeah, okay, I think he had to trade there. Now with knight f6, I could consider d5, just trading the e-pawns, and yeah, but then I gave away my bishop there. My king seems safer now that the knight is gone from f6. Also now Okay, he just takes. Scary. So if I take on d4 and he plays knight f6, I'm gonna take. If he plays bishop e5, I think I'm gonna take. Okay. So he wants to take on a3. So bishop d4, bishop a3, queen g4, g6. Seems kind of mad. I'm not sure he should be doing that. So bishop d4, can he take my a3 pawn? Yeah, I'm gonna say no. I think my bishops are too scary. Wow, okay. Okay, so what happens on queen g4? I think he has to go g6. The question is, do I trade on c8 first? Yeah, I think I don't trade on c8. Okay, I'm just gonna go queen g4 first. Okay, and now on queen h4, what can he do? He could go bishop e7, but I can just take that. How can he defend? Queen h4? What's the defense? Queen h4, h5, probably. But then the problem is that his queen defends g6. Okay, I'm gonna go queen h4 because I don't see a good defense other than... Wait, queen h4... he would have bishop c1. So I'm gonna trade first. And then go queen h4. Now all I have to do on bishop c1... Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Once I trade, he has bishop f8. Stepan, you moron. Okay, now on queen f4, what can he do? How does he defend f7? He would have to go knight b8, and then I can go queen f6. Okay. Or am I missing something again? He cannot go knight b8. So I think I just win. What am I missing? He cannot go knight b8. He can go knight c5. But then again, queen f6 seems to be game over. He definitely cannot move the knight. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm threatening queen f7 and queen f6. And f7 cannot be defended if the knight is on d7. Yeah, I don't think he should have taken on a3, although I did miss that on rook c8, he has bishop f8. The two bishops are very strong. Yeah, I don't see a move. That's it. There is no way to defend queen f7, and queen f7 is mate. If knight b8 or knight c5, queen f6 and it's mate on h8. Okay. I mean, we're gonna have a look at the game. I don't think he should have taken on a3. And also, I think e5 was a mistake. I think he was much better after knight h5 on h3. I've completely underestimated his attacking chances. I don't know what he's considering. Every move I can see leads to a mate in 2 or 3. Or 1. He can give up his queen on e4. He could give up his knight on e5. That's probably the only way to go about it. But then again, mate on h8. I don't see anything. Yeah, he should resign. Okay, we'll wait for him to make a move. What did I want to talk about? Yeah, many of you are asking for the English opening series. I'm preparing it. I'm working on it. It takes time. Here's the problem. It's not an opening I can just go through several variations in and that's it. There are many system lines and I have to go through, well, similar to when I was covering the London, there are setups you can play against the English. You can play the Dutch setup, the King's Indian, you can play the Grunfeld, you can play White can play the Botvinnik, white can play a sort of Reti setup, or Nimzo Larsen with b3 as well. So there are many transpositions, and it's not clear cut. I cannot just go here, you do this, and you are in the Dragon, or you are in the Najdorf, or you are in the Scheveningen, or sorry, Scheveningen. So I don't want to do a bad series. I want to do a series that covers everything, and that's understandable. So what I'm trying to do is create a series of no more than 10 videos, which is going to be easy to follow. But I also don't want to make it too easy. I want to make it in depth so that you can actually play the English after you've seen it. And I would also like to cover every single system for Black against it, so that people who play the Dutch have the Dutch against the English covered, and so on. So yeah, I'm doing that. Also, you've been asking about other openings. Some of them I've never even heard of. I'm going to patch up most of the series I've started early on when I was starting the channel. So I will be adding to the Spanish, to the Italian, I'll be adding to the Sicilian. And for those of you who've been asking about the Vienna game, yes, I will be doing the Vienna game. As soon as I finish the English, I'm gonna go for the Vienna, and then I'll go for patching up the rest of the E4 series. And then I'm moving on to the Reti, Nimzo Larsen, bird opening, and I'm missing something. I basically have to patch up a ton of things, mostly in the E4 series. I don't know why my opponent isn't resigning, because there are no moves. I'm beginning to think this is a bit impolite, although maybe he's trying to find something. I just don't see anything. Anyway, I have a tournament coming up in 17 days, and it's Pula Open. There are going to be almost 250 players attending. Okay, on Queen f6, I don't think there's a way for him to save himself, so I'll just go Queen f6. I think that's it. Yeah. I don't think he can avoid a mate from this position. As I said, there will be 250 people playing. Well, so that's how many applied for now. Okay, he finally did resign. Let's have a look at the game, then I'll finish my thought. Okay, so d4, knight f6, c4, b6, knight c3, bishop b7, knight f3 is good. Let me just say good game, and I'll just write, I think you had knight h5 on h3. Okay, e6, a3. Yeah, I could have gone for bishop g5, but a3, I like preventing that stuff. Wait, e3 is not a move? I should have gone cd? Ah, okay. I don't normally go into the Queen's Indian, so I definitely didn't remember the theory. cd5, does he take with the pawn? Yeah, he takes with the knight. That's why I didn't take, because I don't want to keep this bishop open. I played e3, which seems bad. But, I don't know if you guys can see this. If I scroll down, Nakamura played this, so it couldn't be too bad. Bishop e7, bishop e2, one game from here, castles. dc has never been played. After dc, white is slightly better. Bishop c4, knight bd7, b4. Yeah, c5. Well, I thought he had to play c5. a5, I think I had b5. So yeah, c5 makes sense. And I was gonna go for bc5. And bc5 and dc5. This is what I was intending to do. And then bishop b2. But he played a5. And now I went b5, which is good. Rook c8, queen e2, c5. Bishop b2 is a blunder. Okay. Why is bishop b2 a blunder? I should have played bc6, which is equal. Rook c6, bishop b2, queen a8. Ah, queen a8. Oof. I didn't see that. And then bishop b5. Forces rook c7 and then the bishop goes back. Okay, this makes more sense. This structure is kind of weak. Okay, why is bishop b2 such a huge blunder? Nothing is hanging. Bishop f3 is correct, gf3 is correct, cd is correct, ed is correct. There was a better move than queen c7. Let's see what it was. But queen c7 is okay, it's -3. Jesus. Queen c7, bishop. Okay, bishop d6. Yeah, I think on h3 he just had knight h5. Yeah. Ugh. I was so afraid of knight h5, it's completely busted. Ugh. What should I have done? f4 was correct, I wanted to go f4. Ugh. Yeah, okay. And after rook c1 I'm fine. And I thought queen d8 was the move. Queen b7 is weird, knight e4, correct, correct. Here, here. Yeah, takes on a3. I could have inserted bishop d5. I didn't see a reason to do that. My bishop is good. So okay, queen g4, g6. Again, bishop d5. Ah, rook c8, I'm an idiot. Rook c8 allowing bishop f8. I should have gone bishop d5, queen b8, and rook c6. Oof, that's nice. Threatening to take on g6. So if he does nothing, I can just take on g6. That's nice. I didn't see that. Okay, so he takes with a pawn. Okay, this I can see is a big advantage, but seeing this far ahead is very tough. So I wanted to go queen h4, but I was afraid of bishop c1. And when I traded and went queen h4, oh, I had queen f4 again. Why did I go queen h4 first? I could have gone queen f4 immediately. It's the same thing. He doesn't have any moves. And I went queen h4 like an idiot. And he could have gone queen c7, preventing queen f4. Yeah, this was unfortunate. The best move was rook c4. Okay, if the best move is rook c4, then it's over. Yeah, not a good game, but let's go through the variation again. So I need to be aware of this transposition. So when they go bishop b7, knight f3 is okay, a3 is okay, and then on d5 I either go bishop g5 or take. I don't like taking, so I think bishop g5 is what I would play. And now e3, castles, rook c1. Yeah, this is normal. And bishop belongs on g5. I don't necessarily want to be pushing b4. Okay, let's see how I did. One mistake and two blunders. Okay, that's not good. So I either play okay moves or I make terrible moves. Okay, luckily for me, my opponent blundered more, but it was a tough position. I think on knight h5 he would have beaten me easily. Thanks for watching. I hope you got something from the game. It was interesting for me, at least. Stay tuned for more chess. Bye bye.